Yes, Magic Lasso, I am tall like a redwood tree. What's going on, man? What's going on? We were hanging out on a Sunday. There wasn't supposed to be a Sunday broadcast this week because I wasn't supposed to be here. I was supposed to be. It's why there's no. Well, one of the reasons why there's no D&D tonight later, which is why I just pushed this back 30 minutes just to make life easier for me. Is because I wasn't supposed to be here, but plans change. So we're here. We're gonna hang out for a little bit. Let's see. Smallwood, what's going on? And Ruli says, I am a tall drink of water. And Kenny, it's me. I hope everybody understood we were messing around with Kenny. Like, Kenny's not really that short. It's just like it was so it was just we were just having a little fun. It's never morphin time at my house, Bert. Sorry, I'm too old. So it's too old for that. But just barely, I think, but too old. So yeah. No, it was I don't remember what it was. He was like, what's the most surprising thing, like meeting everybody? Well, I'm like, well, I met half of you, and I knew Bear was a big guy, so that was the only thing I came up with. And then I guess George or somebody else had said it, so then we just ran with it. So I was like, Kachung, what's going on? And Delphia, hello. So so we're gonna hang out for a little while. Planet Arizona, what's going on? What's it like to be a star? Ask George. Like, if there's a star, if there's a breakout star, that whole thing Adam put together, it has to be D-Rock. Am I wrong? I feel like he and Kenny all were like, I felt like I was kind of the straight man in my answers for the most part, other than the little jab at Kenny, like for the heck of it. But like, I feel like they were way better. I'm pretty sure I have photo evidence that I am taller than you, Burke. But that's okay. But you're taller than George, though. I don't remember now. I don't remember. So, but you're 6'2", so we're the same. We're basically the same because I'm 6'3". So yeah, so we're basically the same. But I don't think I remembered you being quite as tall as me, but maybe not. Maybe I just have a bad memory, which is true. I do have a bad memory. Like, I am not. I don't always. My memory for things like that, not good. So yeah. So obviously, the last con was last night. I think most everybody in here has watched it by now. Adam's labor of love for the last 7-8 months that he's been working on, that we've known about. She's making sushi. Very nice. What's going on, Warlord? Mike V is huge. No, I have not. I have not met Mike V. So Bear is bigger than us. That was the thing that was so funny, was because they kept making jokes about me being tall. Bear is taller than me. So just for the record, like in that one shot where we're all like in a line, I'm like, Bear would be up here, and I'm not lying. Adam is taller than I am. So no worries. Definitely go back and check it out. It was a lot of fun. Like, obviously, I think there was a couple people that thought like that he was doing it kind of as just, rubbing it in the face of people that didn't get to go to cons this year because of everything. And really, that's not what it was about. It was about just our joy of that we got to make it happen, and and how we can't wait for it to come back, and how we can't wait for you guys that haven't been to one for a while, or haven't been to one since you've been part of this community and got to hang out with people, to do it and to go with your friends, to meet people, to spend the time, to make that a priority part of the con, because that was what made like C2E2 super special for me. Because I'll be honest, like I met Burke and D-Runk 2 years ago at Planet in 2019. Well, year and a half ago, I guess at this point, PlanetCon 2019, and I met George and Burke, and I also met JD. But they didn't. George and Burke hung out a bunch. I did it wrong. Like I was trying to do other stuff, and I like hung out with them for a few minutes. We got to say hello. We hung out. We talked a little bit. Then I bailed, and we were doing all our different things. And then I saw him like one other time, and then it was over. And if I had to do that again, I would have spent the vast majority of PlanetCon not chasing signatures and stuff, and I would have just been hanging out. Whatever they were doing, I would have been doing. And had I to do it over again. And that was a really nice thing about in 2019, Kavi and I, the reason we said second annual meeting was we went to Star Wars Celebration in Chicago. I didn't go to, in 2019, I didn't go to C2E2. I went to Star Wars Celebration instead. And Star Wars Celebration is a very different thing in terms of, and we got to just hang out and walk around and look at stuff. And I mean, it's like a con, but it's different. There's no books to buy. There's no, like, there's not that kind of thing that, like, there weren't tasks at Star Wars Celebration. We were literally just walking around. We went to some panels. And it was, yeah, so that whole looking for books thing wasn't part of it, or looking for signatures. And so, yeah, if I do it again, making a plan, meeting people, hanging out has got to be, yeah, definitely, if they have it. I'm hoping. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. We'll have cons by then. We'll see. Yeah, you guys did it right. I didn't. And that was just, yeah. So this year was the first CTE I missed in a few years, and this made me feel like I was there. Yeah, well, hopefully C2E2 will happen again this year, and we will get to hang out last. So, because I generally will go to C2E2. It's an easy trip for me. My sister lives there, which is why, like, at the beginning, like, we took my nephew Friday morning, which wasn't, I didn't include that in the thing because I knew my sister wouldn't want him necessarily on the internet yet. He's 7. So, but yeah, like the first morning, now it was a little much for him. He was 6 then. And it was a little much for him just walking around, and like he was in a little bit of overload. So they didn't stay very long. So hopefully next year, yeah, we'll do a little longer. I'll have to, whenever, the only problem with me in Chicago is I always have like some, if I'm there, I got to do at least some family stuff. So finding the right balance to hang out with everybody and also make sure that I'm seeing my niece and nephew because I want to see them because I don't go very often. So yeah. Well, next year. Yeah, you know, I have some SIGs. There are a few people that I want SIGs from, but really, like, in the future, my goal is going to be, like, much more laid back than, like, the goals I've typically had for cons. Like, I don't know if you remember that Planet Con I went to that I met Burke and D. Runkin. I probably got 30 books. I probably had, like, 15 different people that I got signatures from, at least, maybe more. And that was just work. That was not fun. Like, it was nice to meet all those people, but it was just way too much work. I ain't doing that again. Hey, K-Titus, what's going on? There's definitely good deep dish pie there for sure. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see what happens this next year. Hopefully we'll get to do some of this again. Hopefully things will start to get back to normal. At this point, I'm not holding my breath just yet, but hopefully it'll happen soon. Good for you. I ain't ever messing with that. Like, you got to fill out stuff, and I'm just going to go. I consider trying to do, like, the media pass, like, and, like, for Planet was actually harder, I think, than C2E2 to get a media pass for, if I remember right, because I looked at them both last year, and I was like, I ain't putting out the work. From the vacation, yeah. So yeah, so anybody that didn't watch it, I recommend it. The link should be in the description. Yeah, the link to Bear's channel is in the description, as is the link to the last con, which he dropped last night. Just because you missed the premiere last night doesn't mean it's not worth watching. It's 47-ish minutes, I think, with the outtakes and everything. But it's worth your time. I've watched it like 3 times. Of course, I'm in it. Like, I'm biased, but I think it's just a lot of fun. It's, if you're part of this community, it's really just about how wonderful this community is. Like, you know, 5 of us. Like, I'd met Kavi once. I'd met George once at PlanetCon for not even an hour, probably, the time we spent together. And hadn't met Adam, hadn't met Kenny, but we talked so much on this. And like, we felt like we knew each other before we got there. And then meeting Andy and meeting Jimmy and meeting Los and meeting I Got Issues and meeting Metaphorical and Seawood. Like, Seawood, we like, that didn't make the cut, but like, my meeting with Seawood was so awesome because we were like, I was standing in line to get a Jenny Frison signature, and was Kavi in front of me at that point? No, that was when we were apart. So it was just me, and standing in line, and I'm waiting to get a signature, and I hear this voice behind me, and I'm like, I know that voice. And Seawood was in line right behind me, and so yeah, and then. So it was so much fun. D-Rock, speaking of. So I will say, like, I've been going 11 minutes, and I meant to say this. I'm throwing, like, there's no D&D tonight. So I'm on no time schedule. The Chiefs won today. The football's off. So if anybody wants to hang out for a little bit, let me know. I'll send a link. I'm just hanging out. I got a few things that I picked up this week, like new books. I actually got to my shop 2 weeks in a row. That was mainly because I took Friday off anyway, despite the fact that I didn't go to my sister's, because I already had it scheduled off, so I just took it. So I went to the comic shop, picked up this week's new books. I got a few things I'm going to talk about as terms are coming up, but really it's, as always, it's a whatever show. So if anybody wants to hop on, hang out, let me know. Now, Heroes is in June, and Charlotte, and I don't know. We'll see what happens. I would love to make another con. I know some other people. I'm not gonna say because I don't think that's been public yet. I know some other people that are thinking about doing Heroes. I might actually think about trying to do Heroes, but it'll be a stretch to do Heroes Planet and C2E2. I don't know if I can pull that off, but we'll see. My Tigers won too, so they dominated Kentucky, which was cool. So so I actually went back for that. Like, when I was in line and got SIGs, when I was in line and was getting my cool books I had signed, she had them. This was technically the 2019 print. She also had a 2020 print. And I couldn't really decide. And I'm not a huge print guy. I have a few prints, but I'm not a huge print guy because it's at this stage, I bought some early and then I was like, I don't really have places to put that many. So I want to really pick my spots on that. So I walked away. And then I went back. That was literally the last thing I did on Saturday, was because I knew I was leaving the con. I knew it'd be easier to get it safely without it getting crumpled or anything out of there. And back with me, headed back to my sister's on Saturday. So that's actually the last thing I did. I went back to Jenny Frison's table. Kavi and I went back. That's when he was looking at what original art she had when I went back and was buying that print. And then, but he didn't pull the trigger till Sunday. But yeah. So let's see what's going on there. Where is Heroes is in Charlotte. North Carolina. I don't know. I don't know that is way premature for me to be saying anything. It was brought up, and I was like, that would be kind of a fun trip. I went to grad school not that far from Charlotte. I went down to Charlotte a few times while I was there, in Blacksburg and Virginia Tech. So it would be maybe a fun trip to make again. I don't know if it'll happen because, I don't know that I can swing that. There you go. Dave Myers is in the house. Chris Creative is in the house. I've been highlighting you guys without actually shouting you out. So, yeah. Even better. So no, you're good, and nobody has to. I'm just saying, if somebody wants to hang out, you're welcome to. I don't have, as always, I don't have an agenda, but I also don't have a time limit tonight, so I'm just gonna like hang out for a while. So build some student housing. There you go. And really built stuff all over the South, man. So let's see, 15 minutes in. You guys want to see what I picked? So picked up a few books this week. I've read most of them at this point. Best purchase of the year. Ooh, that's tough. Best purchase of the year. Oh man, I've had a pretty good year. So I went to C2E2 with a very specific target list, and it really, and I'll be honest, like my target list for C2E2 was basically this book. Now, obviously, I bought it raw. I had DS clean and press it. Got the 5.5, which I'm super happy with. I was hoping for a 6. I'll be honest. When I bought it, I thought I had a shot at a 6. But I'll take the 5.5. I'm super happy. That's right in the range I wanted. And so this was my target for C2E2, but it's not probably my favorite pickup of the year. It's close. And then this was kind of spur of the moment because I hadn't really spent the funds that I had expected to spend. You'll notice, like everybody else had hauls. I only picked up 2 books plus 2 sketch covers and the print. Those are the only things I bought. That's one of the other reasons the print rated to the end, because I didn't want to spend money on the print and not be able to get a book or something that I wanted. There you go. Give you 5 minutes and I'll jump on. Okay, I'll send you a link here in just a second, Damaris. So yeah, that 31 is way undervalued, Planet, in my opinion, because it has Harry and Gwen. So it's not just Gwen. It probably comes down to my best pickup or my favorite pickup of the year comes down to either this, which I bought as a direct result of PlanetCon being canceled. If that's not canceled, the money that was supposed to go to PlanetCon, or a big chunk of it, went to this. This is probably no, but it's not. It's not my favorite pickup of the year. I don't think. It's hard, as painful as that is to say. This is. That's of the things that I purchased. Now I've gotten some AOKs that, like, because they're AOKs, kind of bump that from that perspective, or they go in a different category. It's the only purchase of the year. Oh my goodness! Wow, you guys have been on lockdown, Kachung. That's crazy. It's not the Jane. It's this. The Jane Foster is, yeah, but the Jane Foster doesn't quite, because it's the Harley book. This book means more to me. That character just means a little bit more than the others do. So yeah, the Jane Foster's in the category. I've had a really good year. I will be honest. I put that in the right spot. Can't have them out of order. That's not cool. Yeah. Thank you, Sam. So yeah, the Jane Foster's right there. I've had a really good year. Like, I haven't showed it for a while because I haven't picked up anything in forever. But like my want list this year, my original want list is 6 books, thanks to some AOKs, and purchases and that kind of stuff. I got all of them. I actually went beyond. I've gotten a couple other books. but then I made like four more books like in July. And I was like, oh, the rest of the year I'll put 4 more books on my list, and I haven't got to any of those. The second half of the year financially is not when it's well for JP in terms of budget, and that's okay. I spent a lot on comics in the first half of the year, as you can see. And I bought a computer during the summer, and I've had some other stuff at the house. And yeah, my comic budget has ended. Yes, it's been a monster year. Oh yeah, hang on. Sorry, Damaris. Oh, I have to copy the link before I go in there. Whoa. I have to remember how to drive the computer. Sorry. Copy. Like I said, anybody else wants to hang out for a little bit? We're just, yeah. I am struggling to do this at the moment. I do not know why. I think I'd have this stuff down. All right. Yeah, sorry. This is riveting YouTube at the moment is me struggling to send an email while I'm talking to you guys. Yes, I have had a fantastic year. So if I don't get another book the rest of the year, I have nothing to complain about. Absolutely nothing to complain about. I collect within my means. Oh wow, he was ready. So
hey how's it going?
Not much. I am literally just hanging out on Sunday. We don't have D&D in here in a little bit, so I was like, I went a little later, gave myself a little more time, and I figured I'd just hang out for a while and see what was going on. Talk about the video from last night, show off some books. That's about it. What's going on with you, man?
Video last night was awesome.
Oh my gosh. Like, he kept giving us little snippets, like, throughout the last couple of months, like, about every month, a month and a half, we'd get a little something. Like, ultimately, we didn't see very much. Like, the biggest chunk that we got to see beforehand was we did see the entire little breakfast segment, like, about a month and a half ago, right before Kavi, like, started getting him to be a part of CBNYCC, like, so that he would, like, have the trailer for that. Like, that's when we got the breakfast thing. So we'd seen that whole part, and that was hilarious. And the sad thing is, like, all our reactions to George ordering the breakfast mac and cheese, though we didn't actually exaggerate that for the video. We were all like, really? Like,
I mean, it looked awesome to me, but
actually, when it came, I was a little jealous. Like, I would not have liked it walking. I don't think I'd have been happy walking around the floor having done that to myself, but I will admit, like, the picture looked good. It looked good. And he definitely enjoyed it. So yeah, Unreally got a Rubik page, which is just amazing. So cool. Yes, people are awesome in this community. It's unbelievable. Hey, Big Will, what's going on? So, yeah, so we're just hanging out. Big Will, if you're just here, like Damaris is hanging out, we're just hanging out. If somebody wants the link, let me know. Because, I don't have any, as always, I never have an agenda for these anymore. But, yes, it is Kachung. Like, Kachung got a couple of, he may not have bought much this year, but he got a couple of pretty nice AOKs. He got hit by the Don Dada as well. So anybody gets hit by the Don Dada is going to take a substantial hit, as we like to make the joke. For those that don't know what that is, that goes back to, that's them making fun of me because I said that, like, gosh, what was that? Oh, that was when Biggie made his list of the worst YouTubers, and Bear and myself made the list. And then I made a joke when I went live talking about it that I mostly got out okay, but Bear took a substantial hit. And I think Burke, maybe it was Burke I said took a substantial hit. It was also on the list. Like, this was like almost a year ago now. But yeah, so I think he's saying I'm taking that as shoot him an email. So let me. So we'll just get the D&D crew together without D&D. So there you go.
Yeah. It's been a pretty big year for me on stuff too.
Yeah.
Stuff.
Yeah, you have picked up some nice stuff this year. So
well, and there's a lot of stuff I haven't showed just because.
Yeah.
But I meant all the original art I have, besides like 1 or 2 pieces, has been this year.
Yeah, I knew that. That's what I mean. I was just thinking Copy's thing was like almost all of that was in the last
6 months.
Thinking last 12 to 15 months or something. Yeah. No worries, Planet. We'll catch you later, man. Speaking of someone who has arrived.
Hey.
What's going on, man?
What's going on?
Nothing. I'm hanging out. It's I ended up not going to my sister's because I had a sick cat this week. I had to take her emergency run to the vet, and she's doing way better now. So I still have a kitty. At one point this week, I didn't think I would still have a kitty at this point. So, but yeah. So, but she's doing way better now. Like it's almost a completely different cat. But I guess some antibiotics and some fluids and some other stuff, and she's back on her feet and doing good. So happy about that. But I did not make the trip because I didn't know. I didn't know that she would make it the weekend without me. So,
well, I've had a weird day.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you want me to tell you now? Okay, I'm sorry.
Well, you don't have to. I thought you were going to.
I was prepared. I was waiting on it to make sure you wanted to know. I have this crazy uncle. His name's Mickey. Okay. He come by, and what he wanted was deer heads. Mm-hmm. Apparently, about a decade ago, he and his son shot a couple deer, and they put their heads in my grandfather's freezer. My grandfather passed away. This, where I am, was his house.
Yeah.
So my uncle never got the heads, and my dad nor his other brother, ever decided to do anything with what's in the garage, which is where the deep freeze is, which includes the heads.
Oh, Lord.
So my uncle comes, this was like 10 years ago. He comes by today on a Sunday, all random, wanting to know, "Hey there, Will, can I get them deer heads?" I was like, "Okay, Uncle Mickey, yeah, let's do that on a Sunday." So I try and get the deer heads, but here's the problem. Apparently, at some point in the past 10 years,
the
freeze didn't freeze anymore.
Oh, no.
You would not believe the stench and the half-rotted flesh of these deer heads that were in this freezer. I mean, it was a pool of biomaterial soup at the bottom of the freezer. And I had to go in barehanded, grab the antlers, and get these heads out to make my uncle leave. And you have no idea.
That's when you just give him the freezer.
I have had to spray and spray in this house.
That's when you just pop the freezer open, see that, and close it, and says, "Here, just take the whole thing."
The freezer is now your freezer.
Was stuck, so he couldn't get in. I had to do it, and the only way to do it was to carry them through the house out the back door.
No, would not have happened.
Yeah.
No.
So, I am not smelling very well right now.
Oh God, that sounds awful.
Yeah,
I had something.
You don't know my uncle though. It was best to placate him and just get it done.
Oh,
I had something similar after a hunting trip. I forgot that I had some stuff in a cooler and put the cooler away.
But the best part,
come summer, I opened it back up. It was like, nope.
Yeah. The best part was his response.
Threw it away.
Yeah. His response at the end was we got him in the back of his truck, and I'm saying goodbye, and he goes, "Hey man, it's okay. Even though they've rotted, we can still save and mount the antlers." I'm like, "Yeah, that's a win for you," and just walked back inside. Started spraying.
All the windows have been open, and
yeah.
yeah. Oh man,
Mhm.
that is not cool. Not cool.
Yeah, I did. I held the door open to the garage and unloaded about half this can just right there in the doorway.
And that's why I don't keep, much more than the antlers. Or
I tried to get my other uncle, and my dad to take care of them because I knew something like this would happen. And then guess what? It fell on me.
Yeah, that's
I mean, I just never. Some people like mounting the heads and everything. I've just never done that. I'll keep the horns.
Well, yeah, it's okay to mount the heads, preferably within a year of actually shooting with the whole thing.
At that point, like you could have used if they kept them like the skin and everything, like you couldn't have used that anyway.
No,
no,
it's been way too long. But
yeah, so all he wanted, I guess, was the antlers, but they were still attached, so I had to deal with all that crap.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's done, and I don't have to worry about it.
There you go.
Except the freezer.
You thought I was really short? No, I am not. I am not short. I am not super tall. Like I am 6'3",
6'11".
barely. Yeah, basically. I'm 6'3", and like barely, but yeah, Adam is taller than me. Like Adam's like 6'4", 6'4.5", 6'5". Like he's taller than I am. So that's what was so funny about that whole thing is they were talking about how tall I'm like I wasn't the tallest person in the group.
What shocked me was how short it seemed that Kenny and Coffee were.
Yeah, Coffee's not very tall guy either. Yeah. So neither one of them were super tall. So
not exactly tall, but I didn't know about Kenny at all.
I am not 6'11". Maybe the Kenny I look 6'11" because he's just a little guy. So John asked a question earlier if we were hanging out D&D without Alec, and so basically what happened, John, since you came in late, and those that came in late, I was supposed to be at my sister's this weekend, which is why I originally asked out of D&D this weekend, and then Alec also had Baltimore Comic-Con, so he was like, I can't do it anyway, so we canceled D&D. Well, then I ended up having a very sick cat this week and thought I wasn't going to have a cat by this weekend, but so I ended up staying home to try to get her back to health, which she appears to be. But yeah, so we're just hanging out, and if anybody wants to, I see you the link, John, if you got time. If you don't worry about it. We're hanging out and talking about whatever. Apparently, we're talking about old deer heads in Big Will's freezer. So
just don't ask me what else is in there because it's now.
No, I posted.
Yeah, I figured you were under 6 foot. I didn't, think you were short, but
no. I do. Well, okay, here's the thing. Like, I sat back from the camera, and I always lean back in the chair. So, plus the camera's a little higher than it needs to be just because of the way my desk setup is. The camera should probably be about, 4 to 6 inches lower than what it is. But there's no way to actually get it at the right height without being a pain in the rear. So it sets a little higher than it probably should. So there's a couple things going on there. So,
I don't gather height from the way the camera is because I can, far, near.
I could set up like this and be,
But no, 6'3" isn't that tall. I am cursed with being in the middle. I am the tallest male in my entire family on my dad's side. But on my mom's side, I am the shortest male, and it drives me crazy.
Yeah. So I, just for the record, like, I went to a super small high school, and so to know 6'3" is not that tall. I went to this small high school. We didn't have enough people to have football. That's how small we were. So I played basketball in high school. I was the tallest guy on my team, and I had to guard guys that were 6'6" to 6'10" every night. 6'3" is not tall. I'm just gonna say that for a record.
Yeah.
And didn't keep me from like shutting them down, but yeah, but that didn't have anything to do with my height. But yeah. So John and I are almost exactly the same height. We're almost exactly the same age and the same height. Now, if John would just embrace the bald and just give it up, then we would have the same haircut too. So
he's hanging on, man.
Oh, he's fighting it. I understand it. See, there was no fighting it for me. Like I was basically almost where I'm at by like 23. So it was just like, yeah, this is pointless.
Yeah, man. Both my mom's brothers are 6'4". I got a cousin who's 6'3". I got a couple other cousins who are 6'1" and 6'2". My cousin Molly, a girl type woman, is 6'1", and then you have me, 6 feet.
Yeah. So
I always feel like a little person, but then I go to my dad's side, and it's like I am a giant.
Well, see that, like, yeah, my mom's side, like, her Uncle Bill was 6'7". Her grandfather, my great grandfather Teller was like 6'6", I think, and which was really tall for for when he was born and his age and stuff. And we lost Damaris. He'll be back. So Adam is a giant straight out of the floor. There you go. Yeah, Bear is a big man. Bear is a big guy. So
you know what's
going on, man? Yeah, internet. Yeah. We figured. So how back if you can? If not, I understand, Damaris.
Yeah, isn't that kind of funny? What is average and how that changes? Like World War I, TJ would be like the average height of almost every soldier, and their weight would average at like 140. Where now the average height is like me, 6 foot, and average weight's like more or closer to 200.
Yeah. So yeah, it's well, that's what I mean. Like my great grandfather was. Well, yeah, he was just young, and no, he was old enough that he could have. Yeah, he was old enough. He could have. I don't know that he went. He didn't go to World War I, but he was old enough. Yeah, so because he was 96 when he passed. Yeah, and that was in the 90s. So.
Oh well, yeah, he was definitely old enough. Then.
I'm back.
Yeah. Hey, man. So no, we're just hanging out. We've been talking mostly random stuff. My height apparently is like the takeover from the last con, which is not what I expected.
But we got to talk some strategy at some point before the next time we go into D&D.
Oh, you mean the fact that we're going to be toast?
Yeah, because that Baba Wagahaga lady.
Well,
Baba Death.
Yeah. She's super magic, and then that giant house thing. I would assume if it's traditional Baba Yaga lore, then that means the house is probably also alive.
Well,
so we had like 2 enemies.
Yeah, so we'll have to think about ways that we can like deal with her and deal with the house, or try to deal with one of them without having to fight them both at the same time, which is what we probably don't want to do. Or we might just have to try to run.
Were we in the house?
No, we were like, so what I'm not clear about is whether or not you guys were technically on, because like her house was sitting on like this giant stump.
This is the downside of not playing in person, is the logistics can be a little iffy sometimes.
Baba Yaga's house was
because I'm not quite sure where we're at. I think you guys would be considered in the house.
I don't know what I would be.
Well, we were just outside the front door, is where Miss Explained and I were.
Well,
yeah,
where
we were in the house, and you guys were off to the side, but I'm not sure how far away you were. I don't really.
Well, wherever we were, we all need to go ahead.
I think we was close, the way I understood it, but we wouldn't be like on the porch like you were.
Yeah.
So
I think we all need to be in the house though, deal with that threat, then
Yeah,
deal with
but
the other possible.
how are we going to get
Keep
up
the,
into a
keep the
house
tree
that's
from the house thing from actually attacking us. Yeah,
Well,
I don't know if we
Hey,
can.
apparently, I can climb giant statues pretty good, so
There you go.
I'll get in there.
yeah.
It's
That's
fine
right.
to follow Big
You can
Will.
follow
Okay,
Big
it's
Will.
not- don't
You
follow
can't
Mick.
follow Mick.
Yeah, don't follow Mick. Oh goodness gracious.
But yeah, I'm gonna turn into basically a healer, I think, until I run out of spells, and then I'll just attack best I can.
Yeah.
Shoot your 3 or 4 arrows. And
Yeah, worst case
Well,
scenario.
we
I'll
definitely
shoot
need
the
to like
third
figure out a
arrow.
way to do some like I don't know. My guess is the house is probably the harder actual thing to deal with than she is, but I don't know. We'll see. Just because it's giant, but I do wonder if, and I don't know. Like, I wonder if we could get to the gym some way. Because my guess is like the power of the house is partially at least coming from that gym. If that could like cut it off, or if there's a way to cut off her spell to the house to like make it not be.
yeah, I wonder if she dies, if the house dies, or if you yank the gym out.
That's what I mean. Yeah, if we can just take out the house, take her out, and then the house would not be a problem anymore. I don't know.
Well,
So-
I can cast that that silence spell, and it would take up the entire inside of the house.
Yeah.
And she wouldn't be able to use the magic, but the downside is you guys wouldn't be able to use magic either unless it's non-verbal. But then again, we all have weapons, even though some of us are better at using them than others.
Well, she didn't cast a verbal spell to make that, house rise up.
Well, I'm not worried about the house.
We don't know. We don't know exactly what the enchantment is on the house. There's some kind of enchantment there. It probably already exists. She just brought it to life.
Yeah, we need to end her and make sure we get the gym, and then deal with the house if it's still there at that point.
Yes, Mr. G, we are plotting because we have this week off, and we'd like to survive next week, but we probably won't. So there you go. And John's doing his usual he's contributing as much dialogue as he has the last couple of weeks, which is usually like I ask John a question, he's like, I'm good.
Well, in his defense, we took forever to make a decision on that. Should we fight her or should we not?
Oh, I know. Well, honestly, what we probably should have done is because technically she wasn't aware of our presence, so we probably should have asked, and we probably could have got advantage on the initial attack. And what we should have done in hindsight, and I didn't even think about it, is we should have asked to make her at disadvantage and had Miss Explain cast Crown of Madness and just taking control of her instead of attacking her. And I didn't I thought about that laying in bed, right after we went off the thing. I was like, son of a bitch.
Depending on when we roll initiative, if she is behind, say, one of you guys that can cast that and me, you could cast that, then I could do silence. So she wouldn't be able to retaliate, and then we could still maybe have a Crown of Madness on.
This is not D&D show. This is correct. It's not. This is the whatever show. We talk
We're
about
still
whatever.
on the topic of the show. Whatever.
We are on topic. So if
back to something more
if you don't like the
comic
whatever,
book
go watch
related.
the last con again. So there you go.
I think I'm actually, that last con thing basically convinced me to go to C2E2.
Well, I hope it happens.
Because it's I mean, if it happens, I'm sure it'll happen sometime. It may be a couple of years, but
it'll definitely happen again. I don't know that it'll happen in
So close to the
2020.
beginning of the year, they may cancel the 2021 one too, just because it's so close.
Well, and C2E2, at least the organizers for it have been lucky because they actually got theirs in. They haven't actually missed anything yet. They haven't had to delay anything, compared to all the other cons.
Right? Because the cons you got to do so far in advance, they'll probably go ahead and cancel that one.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty much guaranteed both of my conventions that I've already been taken care of will go on. The one in Huntsville and then the Dragon Con will most likely still go on.
Yeah. Oh, I
Because
think they'll be back. It just, who knows?
But I may hit that instead of PlanetCon.
Critical I'm enjoying playing these. I just feel like now I'm starting to get the hang of actually how to play. Like,
yeah, I feel like if I create a character now, it would be the most perfect that I could create for me to play. And I think you would probably be the same way, right, JP?
yeah. Well, I don't know about that, but I do feel like it would.
Well, you know more about
I
what
feel
your
like I'm just now
style
getting
is.
to the part where I'm not like, and I still am a little bit constantly trying to figure out how to play as opposed to like actually like playing my character. And like, so, but anyway, so Perry is in the house. We are with the D&D talk. It's dropped us down to 9 watchers. So there you go. So,
Well, one of those watchers was me, and I just joined the show. So,
well, yeah, but I was up almost to 20 at one point. Now it's down to 8. So there you go. We're running everybody off.
well, you also got the Strictly auction finally started.
Yeah. Well, there's always other stuff going on. So
I got
I don't mind. We're just hanging out.
got
you
a
guys want
book
to see
in the
what I picked
mail.
up this week? What'd you say, Daymares?
Said I got a book in the mail this week.
Oh yeah, let's see. What'd you get, man?
What you got?
So it it's a last of the Shadow Man series from Acclaim.
Oh, nice.
Well, it's kind of flat there.
Oh, now.
Yeah. So here's the packing material they used.
Yeah.
It was almost bent in a U.
Oh, I mean,
it's not a high dollar book. It's not a cheap book either, but it's not a high dollar book. There's like 800 of them. It's like all there is. So,
$7.99 now.
yeah, I just say now there's one less.
Well, hey.
so anyway, I'm getting a refund on it.
I don't know if I found that one, but I did find some Shadow Man in here. But I still got like 2.5 long boxes to look through, and then after that, I've got to put everything together, like all the Valiant and all that stuff. So it's still gonna take me a while. But
this was the last Shadow Man I was missing. I had all the first series and all the second series. This is the third series, which is it's actually even not labeled Valiant. It's labeled Acclaim.
Okay.
It's like the Acclaim bottom, but it's the last issue, and by then they were hemorrhaging money, and there just weren't that many printed.
Yeah.
well, I found a book that.
Nope. We got an echo on you.
Is that me?
Well, everybody's echoing.
Should I talk? Okay. How about now? Is it good? Any echo?
Yeah, I don't hear you now.
Okay, good. Well, I got a book here that I'm thinking about getting graded just because of how hilarious it is.
Okay. Oh, we got black belt hunters.
Adolescent
radioactive black belt hunters. Okay.
Yes, I remember that one.
Gee, I wonder what they were ripping off.
Yeah.
Their names are Jackie, Chuck, Bruce, and someone else.
Very original. Very original.
And then I also found this one.
That might actually be worth some money.
Well, I know it's worth at least something just because of the homage to Dark Knight.
Yeah, and because there's people that collect those.
Yeah, I know.
And I've never saw that one before. And so
I haven't seen that one before either.
I mean, I've saw some people pay, big bucks for some of those that there's not very many of that are homages.
And then I found this one. I don't get it, but
no. Yeah. Political satire.
Yeah.
Yeah. 2 more weeks to go.
yeah. So, you guys get anything interesting this week at the shop?
I won't say. I just picked up my pull. Nightwing 75. Here, I'll make myself go this way. So this was decent. It was kind of the aftermath of him actually being Nightwing again, which is nice. Finally, fuckers. Rick Grayson, never come back, please. I did pick up the new White Knight series, the Harley Quinn. I actually got both covers of that. It was good. I actually enjoyed this. So I've really enjoyed both of the other White Knight series, so I grabbed this one just for the heck of it. And I will say this is my favorite version of the character at this point. Like the way they treat her in this in this universe. Obviously, it's a different universe. It's a different version of Harley. This is my favorite version, I think, of the character at this point. So I read those Batman 101. We're continuing the Tinian run. So a little aftermath of the Joker War. Not a lot really happens in this one, I'll be honest.
Yeah, I picked up 101.
What? Did you get 101 too?
Yeah, 100 and 101 I picked up.
Yeah. So not much happens here. I mean, like I enjoyed it. But I felt like it was a little bit of filler, and then they did their thing to separate him and Catwoman again because because they can't have change, so they just stall.
So when they do that future state thing, I assume this title will be ending, and then for the 2 months they'll be replacing it with the other stuff, right?
Yeah.
Are you going to participate and keep getting those versions of Batman or no? Because I haven't
decided what I'm going to do with Future State yet because it's only a 2-month thing. I'm half tempted just to skip all of it. I'll be honest. So I have not made that decision yet on what I'm going to do about the Future State stuff.
I think I'll get that new South American Wonder Woman.
Yeah, I try to get her first.
Just for spec. Just get it at cover price, and then I might hang on to the Batman just because. But that's pretty cool.
I don't know what I'll do.
I'm not 100% sure, but that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Well, I went and got all my got a bunch of Alex Ross Timeless covers. I'm getting them all, and he had a couple weeks worth for me, so I got a huge stack.
You know, I said I wasn't going to spend much on books the rest of the month, at least. And then I went and bought a $160 raw modern book. $160 raw modern book.
I thought you were on lockdown.
Yeah.
Okay, well, while you're on your lockdown, come to my auction so you can stay locked down.
Yeah, there you go.
It's
so
a 250.
My prison on Catwoman, you knew I had to pick that up. So
yeah, that's a sweet cover.
Yeah, that's the first one of her run. So that Wonder Woman dresses like she works at a roller derby. He's not wrong. I did break down and get the Momoko Spider Woman just because.
Why?
I'm not a big Momoko fan, but I really like that one.
That one, I think, is personally her best one.
Yeah, I really like that one. I don't know if it's her best, but it's up there for me.
Yeah.
And then ASM. Well, this is technically point LR, but I grabbed it. I don't know if I'll grab any of the rest of these stupid point LRs.
That reminds me that original art that Kavi got at the last con video of Wonder Woman by Frism.
Yeah.
Why does she only have 3 fingers?
Which cover are you talking about? Which cover are you talking about?
The one that Kavi got, the original art for Prison, the one where
she has 3 fingers. I don't remember that being a thing.
Or she's grabbing her bracelet, you know.
Oh, hang on, let me look.
She's like that. Or it's like there's. I don't know why you would grab it with your finger behind like that. It's just funny to me. It looks like there's 3 fingers.
Okay, I gotta look and see.
I don't know. I didn't notice that.
Well, I see 4, and her thumb wouldn't be showing the way she's grabbing her arm. So she's grabbing it like this. So yeah, there's 4 fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4.
4.
Thumb would be behind the arm.
I didn't see it in the original art. I knew Friesen wouldn't make a mistake like that. There's the finger. Okay.
Yeah, they're all there.
Glad she gave me the finger.
Oh, nice, TJ. A subby number 1. Dang.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very cool. A 9.2. Yeah.
I'm trying to answer John's question here. I got to flip through all these things. Okay. One of my, I don't have 5 favorites yet, John, because I don't have them all yet. But the Wolverine is, of course, one. It's in the other room, so I can't show you. And then this Black Panther would be on that top 5. It'd be one of them. And then I don't know about what the others are yet because I haven't got them all yet. So I can't honestly give you a top 5 without seeing them all.
So, and I know you're a big Alex Ross fan. I feel like maybe I'm the only one. I didn't really like the Timeless ones that much. I thought they were okay. I didn't think they were great for him, and I thought they were.
You like these?
I don't know. They came across as very simple and.
Well, yeah, they're timeless, JP.
Oh, I know, but I didn't.
I actually really like.
I like Alex Ross. I didn't particularly like those. I don't know. Apparently I'm the only one because like a bunch of people have been buying the crap out of them, but I didn't think that much of them.
I just pre-ordered the whole set from Frankie's.
Did you? Yeah. So apparently I'm the only one. I just didn't. I was like when they said Alex Ross and Timeless and stuff, I was like, oh, these are going to be epic. And then I looked at them, I was like, eh.
Well, I just ordered from my shop. I was like, dude, I want them all. He's like, okay. This is one of the worst ones just because the art style on it. Yeah. I mean, he went with an ice look, but it's not as clean. Mm-hmm. So it's actually, to me, one of the worst ones.
Yeah.
There's just something about Beast's face that I don't like on his for some
reason. I don't really like Beast's face either, but I mean, like this Black Widow is awesome, especially the face. That's a
I didn't think it was all. I didn't like that one at all.
You didn't?
Yeah.
Why not? That's like a totally Russian woman's face.
The hair, the face. That one did not work for me at all.
She will sting you.
Okay. I have not watched that. Like I said, I'm normally a big Alex Ross fan, but I don't know. For some reason, those did not interest me. I just was like, eh. And TJ says I'm the only one. So there you go. Not the first time that I apparently have no taste. So what can I say?
Valiant on that one book that I ordered that was $160. They made a bunch of 1 out of 250 books.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, that 250
250 Valiant books.
Exactly. That's why there's not very many of them.
How many are there? One?
No, there's several because people bought up to get those because they're this one. I don't know if you can see it, but it's a glass cover.
Oh yeah,
over half that is the cover.
Glass. Yeah, there's a Bloodshot or Rye glass cover, and one of the shops up in Huntsville has one of those.
That's the one I just paid $160 for. Was the last Bloodshot?
He intentionally has it overpriced though because he kind of doesn't want to sell it because it's cool.
Yeah, but that makes my third one of the glass covers.
I still can't believe that's the takeover. That's gone. Is that I'm tall.
Well, and one of the things, you just don't seem like you would be tall.
It doesn't seem to me. It didn't seem like he was going to be short.
Well,
but
yeah,
I sure didn't expect you to be over 6 foot.
Okay. Yeah. No,
I expected,
But all we really truly see is the personality, and according to personalities, Kavi should be 7'4". And then you and the other guys are all the same height a little bit, and then we come to find out Kavi's the shortest, and then Kenny's also a little fellow, and then,
Yeah, Kenny's just a little guy.
Little guy.
Oh goodness.
but yeah.
Man, I already miss like hanging out with those guys. I miss that we didn't get another opportunity to do stuff this year, and just can't wait for that kind of stuff to come back. Because it's. Oh, I know. I just looking forward to it because it is fun.
And I just don't know how much it'll be the same.
He's not super tall, but Carson was actually taller than I thought he would be. She would. Andy was almost exactly what I thought Andy would be. Like, I would say Andy is as close as anyone that I've met on YouTube to being the exact height, everything that I expected. When I was going to meet Andy, that I got what I was expecting. Like, that was I guess 1'4". Burn.
He's got a lot of personality, just not a lot of energy.
Yeah,
they're different.
He has a lot of personality. It's just he's very, controlled.
I think people would be shocked if when you meet me, you're like, oh, his name's Big Will. Yeah, it's Big Will, not Big Will.
No. Well, I thought you said you were what, 6'1" or 6 foot?
I'm 6.
Yeah, 6 foot. So you're big. You're big, Will.
You're not
you're
short.
But I'm not Bueller big.
Well,
apparently he's like
Bueller's like a freak. He's like a gigantor.
Yeah, but I'm the one in the community that has the name Big in front of his name.
Yeah. Don't talk about your brother like that. Oh, John's gonna have to go to his room.
So I bought this big collection, and I found some weird stuff like that hamster book and everything. I also find something that you might like, Dame Maris, sketch covers of Valiant stuff.
Oh, cool.
Yep.
I don't normally see sketch covers like this for Valiant books.
Yeah. I have a couple of them, and they are kind of cool, but they're, according to the artists that I've had do them, they are not like normal sketch covers.
Oh, they don't
turn out as good.
They have weird paper.
Yeah, they're smoother than traditional sketch covers.
So I guess they jacked up the sketch covers on all the ASM 850s because they're all like slick. Like they put a coating on them, all like they would like the regular cover, and so like they're recalling all of those. Like all
these aren't that
covers.
bad.
No, these are awful. Like slick. Like I don't know how you would even draw on the dumb things.
They feel okay to me.
Yeah. I just,
one's my shop guy. I don't know if it was all of them, but the 851, like the 850s were terrible.
From my understanding, according to the artist, that I've had 2 commissions done on them, and both of them kind of complained about it, that they weren't like normal sketch covers. They weren't like I forgot what Gen 13 originally came out with a sketch cover, and it was basically glossy.
Yeah.
And it was horrible whenever it first came out. They aren't that bad, but they're not as sketchy as normal.
They're not as good as what they would like them to be.
Yeah.
Speaking of, I showed this again. I opened this last week, but I showed it again on my Instagram today.
Yeah.
I just look at it all the time.
Amazing.
That's better than the inspiration.
Yeah. The inspiration's sitting there next to it. So, yeah. There's the inspiration.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, I have a Nightwing Batgirl wall at the moment. So, by me, but.
Yeah.
No, I don't. Otherwise, yeah, it's been an interesting week. So
Yeah, I just hope I can smell when I come back tomorrow.
Oh, you're going to smell.
Oh yeah.
Or, yeah, I hope I don't smell. Yeah. I mean, there's only so much Febreze that I have, you know.
Hopefully it'll air out enough for them to be too bad. So.
Well, it should. It should.
Yeah,
But
it shouldn't. I mean, if you literally just grabbed them, walked through the house, and got rid of them, it should not linger that long. But you will smell it longer than somebody else. Although you, because it's in your nose, you'll smell it longer than somebody coming in from the outside would. So
probably.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, that made my day a little different than what I thought it was going to be.
I mean, if Alec makes it an hour into one of my whatever live streams on a replay, that's a level of dedication that then he just can like crush us. Because why anyone would watch an hour of one of my replays on replay?
Well, we're also missing two people in the strategic talk. So
yeah, well, yeah, we are missing John and Jason, and John's like refusing to contribute to strategy at the moment. So,
and John's the one that also called him short. We said nothing. Yeah, it's a glorious beard. That's all I'll say.
The beard I can only dream of.
You can only dream of. There you go, Alex. Well, I don't know this Alex person, but it's too bad he doesn't watch YouTube. So that's so.
You guys, you doing anything important this week?
This week, I do have something. Tuesday night, we are after John and No Good Comics are doing their X-Men read through. After that's over, we are doing another indie show. We are doing Descender Volumes 2 and 3. So John and No Good and Andy and maybe Alec. He hasn't ever really committed whether he's going to join us or not, for sure. But he joined us for the first one, so of course he's invited back. But Volumes 2 and 3 of Descender for the indie show. You've never read this. This is good. This is worth your time. So I got that coming up.
John, he's not Bloody Mary. You're okay.
I sent him a link, TJ, and he didn't. He's making dinner. There you go. There's his excuse for not following through on the link. So I did it to him.
Well, I've got my auction tomorrow.
Nice.
Well, I'm being joined this time. I've never had anyone really on with me before.
Oh yeah, I thought you had.
Technically, I had the first time I ever did an auction, but that was so long ago.
Yeah, I was thinking recently you had like Highlighter or somebody on with you.
Yeah, they're on with me, but they're not selling.
Oh, I mean, I was thinking one of them was selling, but maybe I'm remembering incorrectly.
But Discovery Bay and Houdat are going to try and join me.
Nice.
So hopefully, we'll have a good time there.
Oh, I'm going to be on. Well, we'll see. Not that you guys have seen all my. I don't have that many pieces of show, but I will be the guest on Original Art Hour on Wednesday. I think is when we're shooting for on Kavi's channel on Comic Books MLSC. So I will have that this week too. So
yeah, I don't have much original art.
I only have 19 pieces. I think the show 19 or 20. Oh, actually maybe 20. I have one more. I haven't didn't count.
You guys want to see what I'm going to be sending off here?
You guys have seen all of them at some point or another. So some people, it won't be new to anybody. So, well, some people it might be, but most people that have watched my channel for any time will have been like, I've seen that. It's on my original art. Yeah, or I sent you that. Yeah.
You guys want to see what?
In case you were wondering, those are the two I sent you are the only two pieces of original art I did not show in my hour.
There you go.
Good. So it'll be fresh art.
Yeah.
So you guys want to see what I'm sending this week to Erod, who will then send to CGC?
Yeah, sure.
I'm going to do Akira 1.
Nice.
Hopefully this comes back.
It's not just you, TJ.
9.8. I'm hoping. ASM 300.
Nice.
Nice.
Okay, great on that one.
I'm hoping it comes back like a 7.5, but it's probably going to come back 6.5 or so, which I'm fine with.
Yeah.
But obviously, I want more money. But
Yeah. Was that part of that collection?
No. Oh Lord, no. I'm not that lucky.
Okay.
And Black Panther 2, first Shuri.
Nice.
So this one is either going to be a 9.6 or 9.8. I'm obviously hoping for the 9.8, but it's kind of a toss up on that one as to which one it'll get. And Eternals 1.
Nice.
That's a for later book for sure. And then I bought this off some goofball with a beard.
Yeah. I don't know why I sold it. Maybe it's because it's DC and it was getting rid of everything DC.
Maybe. But yeah, that's going to be my next submission. And then I'm going to hold off till I get some other things back and can sell them and then get money to do other stuff.
Yeah, I'm hoping my finally moved from scheduled to grading to grading and quality control. My CGC order did yesterday. Like they did it on Saturday. A bump from.
That's what mine did too. You know, and I sent mine the same day you did, and I paid for fast track on mine. You paid for fast track? Yes, they received ours both on 9/15. I paid for fast track, and mine just moved yesterday to the grading.
Well, there were some like I checked the chat thing, and there was people that like whose books were received on like 9/17 and stuff that already were saying they were shipped and headed back to them that weren't fast track. I was like,
oh. And there was some 9/14 stuff that had already been graded that wasn't fast tracked that I talked to, including the same books I sent, which was kind of aggravating.
Yeah, I got some of that weirdness happening to me too. I had something received on the 28th of September. It's fast tracked, but yet what was received on 10/12 is scheduled for grading.
Oh well, I wouldn't judge anything on the schedule for grading because my stuff was scheduled for grading for like 3 weeks. It's been scheduled for grading ever, and never moved.
That I have two things from 10/8. You would think they, especially the 9/28, you would think they would all be already and scheduled.
Yeah,
received.
At the moment, it doesn't seem like fast track's any faster than regular.
Well, see,
based on name errors, but I saw some other people on the chat board saying that as well.
Why I didn't pay for it on the last 25 that I did with, just the what do you call it? Pre-screen. Yeah. So on the pre-screen stuff, I definitely wasn't fast tracking them.
I don't pay. But the story behind my fast track was I was looking at how long it took, and the fast track economy was taking 12 or 13 days, and that was the shortest fast track time when I looked. So I sent it to Jimmy, Geek Aficionado, and he was going to press them and then send it in, over the weekend press and then send it in on Monday. He forgot about it. So it was over a week before he managed to get it took care of, pressed, and send it off to CGC for me. So by the time it finally got received and everything else, because he accidentally messed up on or CGC messed up and added his order in with mine. So by the time all that got taken care of, fast track economy is now like 30 days for fast track.
Right now it's 44 days.
44 days. Yeah, see, it's horrible.
Yeah. The modern has jumped up to 26 days. Whenever I sent it in, it was like 18. But it's been going up 2 days, like every couple of days.
I can't get that $10 back, so oh well.
Yeah.
I'm stuck with
I feel like they've all these signings and stuff. I feel like it definitely keeps every time they have one of these signings, it just slows them way down.
Well, I think they need to do everything that they've been doing exactly the same, except don't give expedited stuff for the signings, just say, hey, we're doing all this signing and everything, and maybe charge $5 or $10 less, and don't do the expedited. That way it doesn't jack everything up for everybody else.
Yeah. We'll see, but hopefully they'll ship them in the next couple of days, and here sometime in early November I'll actually get them. We'll see how long it takes them to actually get here. The last time it took longer. Of course, the turnaround time was a lot better then, but last time it took longer for them to get from them to back to me than it took while they were grading them back in June. So,
well, man, just be glad you're not dealing with CBCS and their pressing.
No, I will never use now
CBCS is okay.
I don't see myself ever using CBCS or CGC pressing.
Well, and from experience, I can tell you that they're okay, except that it's taking forever, which is why I'm not going to use them. And what TJ say?
Nice.
Okay.
Woo-woo.
Yeah. But anyway, and they were saying 8 to 12 months on pressing. Yeah.
How are they that far behind? That's insanity.
Well, I don't. They had 3 guys working in the thing for the longest. That's all they had working.
At that point, I'm sorry, when you're that far behind, you just say we're not taking pressing orders.
Yeah, I know, but they didn't because money, and I don't understand it. But what I sent in that got received on August 20th, and what I got in and received on July the 7th are hopefully going to be graded and out by February.
That's insanity.
And that's the good news, because that's not 8 to 12 months on present. So I'm here. I'm all excited for February. That's how bad the news was.
See, part of the reason why I sent those fast track is that they were just going to be turnarounds to list. They were Venom 26s and Peach Momoko. One of them's they're both Peach Momoko. Hello,
man.
Yeah, man.
But as far as CBCS pressing and CCS pressing, I've had a book that I think just never got pressed. So that's not really anything bad on CCS. That's just a clerical mistake. As far as anything going wrong, I've never had a problem with either one of them. My big thing is just how long it takes. That's why I don't.
Yeah, no, I know people that have had problems with both of them about the way they press and stuff, which could happen to the people that we use on the side too. I mean as many books as they go through, they're going to have issues. I get that, but they're just so slow, and it's just
and it's not their fault 100%, but I'm still going to go to someone who's faster.
Yeah.
Yeah, and cheaper. Erod is like $10 or $15. Yeah. That's basically it. Where you go up with CGC, it's like $6, I think, for modern. That's cheap. That's great. But then it's like $20 for something else, and then it can get up to costing you $60 just for pressing.
I think TJ's talking about just for the
he's talking if you do the fastest shipping, fastest pressing and grading tiers and everything, the fastest will cost you that, but it'll be like a month. Yeah. Which, if your book's worth $500 or so, that would be great. But most of my books are worth between $100 and $200.
Yeah. Oh, goodness. So, I don't know.
Well, you did a whatever report.
I got my fingers crossed for one specific book, because it's weird that if it comes back the higher grade, it's no longer my book. And if it comes back a lower grade, it's still my book. And I'm hoping it comes back to higher grade. So, because I'm sending it to somebody if it comes back a 9.8, and I'm hoping one of the books.
Oh.
So we're hoping. We'll see what happens.
Okay.
Hopefully we'll get those back. I don't have any hope of getting them back this week. Hopefully maybe next week we'll get them.
So you've had a whatever report over an hour and 20 minutes. How do you feel?
Whatever.
Perfectly.
I figured we'd hang out a little longer tonight. I'll probably wrap it up here at 9, and I'm gonna get mad faces from TJ for saying that, but so
It's longer than
Why don't you join?
he can join if he wants. I'll send him the link. But
he's always mad at you for
he wants to
starting at the time you start. So
I know. Well, I started I did push it back 30 minutes, so he didn't miss as much at the beginning. And then I've only been starting at 7. I used to start at 8, and then I started starting at 7 because we were playing D&D. But
yeah.
So I pushed it back 30 minutes tonight, and
There's that emoji.
yeah. Oh, they haven't showed up at StreamYard yet. So, yeah, there they are. So, because I'm going to go watch The Last Con again and then go to bed. Is what my plan is. So,
so if it were to count each one of your views as a view, how many views have you put on that thing?
Oh, on it? I watched it live last night during the premiere, which was the first time we got to see it. He didn't let us see it, but we didn't get a preview. And then I watched it this morning, and so this would just be the third time. So
how do you feel now being christened the Dirty Dirty Flipper?
So we were trying to come up with a good, like the names of like the film groups or whatever, and I don't remember what it was. And I was like, I'm not coming up with something, and George was like, because you can't come up with something because you're a dirty flipper. And then it was like, oh, we're gonna go with that. And I was like, oh god, like because I've sold like 3 books, so therefore I'm a dirty flipper. But
yeah. And hey, props to Comic Tom for doing that short little bit there.
Oh yeah, I didn't know that was in there. I didn't know he got him to do that. That was good. So,
yeah, I assume he was just.
He's got like an outlet or something there in the way or something.
Yeah. Well, no, that's a very small one.
Oh, it's just a very small piece of art.
It's another. Let me go this way. It is that. I keep pointing the wrong.
Other way.
There.
Look at it.
There. That is a tiny sketch of the same guy that did those 2.
Okay.
And Stay Puft Jones.
Hey, what's up, Stay Puft?
But yes, I have another one in the works by the same guy that did those 3 that he is doing right now. So
there you go. So it's going to
go up there and fill that hole.
Yeah.
It's going to get filled.
Yeah. I totally agree with you, Kachung.
So I would assume that Tom is just one of those guys that's always lived in cold places, so he's in shorts and it's like negative degrees or something.
Wait. What? I thought it was Dragon McSlab or something, or what? Or I forget what. Because it's Bear, and he the names in the credits are a riot. I didn't know about that either. So those were all him. He came up with all those. And for those that didn't figure out what his name was, his thing was Bear Mint, because that's our running joke. Is anything 96 is Bear Mint. So that was his name. So nice. So it's a placeholder. That's right, Kachung.
Yeah, pretty much. It actually, so with it in the back of the 2012 run of XO Man of War in issues 47, 48, 49, and 50, they came with cards that were that size, and you had like a 1 in 100 chance of getting one that was an actual sketch.
Oh.
I ordered one because of the cover, and I got a sketch.
Nice.
From the guy that I bought, some other sketches from.
So, very cool.
Well, that's pretty cool.
Very cool. So
Yeah.
you'll have to find a place for that even after you get a framed one. You'll have to find another place for that.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Hey, do you guys know where you can buy the frames for comics where you can hang them up on the cheap? Because I'm gonna have like 30 something of them for all these raw variants. I don't want to spend a lot of money.
Oh, we just lost him again. I knew he was starting to get choppy there, and that usually means
I saw that too.
To die. I don't know, John. I know John has some of those. I've never bought any of those kind of frames.
Do you buy the actual comic ones, or do you like go to Walmart and buy a frame? Like,
I've never bought a frame for a comic, so I don't know. John has some frames that he puts some comics in. If he's still in the chat,
I clicked on the wrong tab to go to the website.
Okay.
So I've
You're
never bought those comic frames. I mean, there's frames that are approximately the right size, but you probably want like an actual comic frame. And I've never bought any of those, so I don't have any good.
I haven't either, but the place I buy my bags and boards and stuff from, they sell them.
Yeah, I know BCW has them. I'm trying to see if there's a place where I can get them the cheapest.
Max Pro Supplies.
Are they the cheapest though?
Well, I don't know that.
That's what I'm asking.
Oh, that's where John got his from. Was Max Pro Supplies, because that's the place Bueller has the for and stuff. Yeah.
These are $9.40 for a current one. Each. And it doesn't normally they go down in price if you buy more, but these don't.
Yeah, I'm okay if they have to be out of their bags. The only reason I have them in bags now is so I don't ding them up and get them dirty.
No.
But yeah, I don't really care about their condition as long as they present well, because they're going to be framed and just on a wall.
Yeah.
So I hope none of them come out worth a lot of money later down the line.
Yeah, those Max Protection ones do have UV protection built into them. So.
Yeah, the ones that Damer is talking about has the UV. I've seen them. I was just wanting to know if I could get them any cheaper.
Yeah. I don't know.
I think he's frozen. Are you frozen, Damers?
Yeah.
I'm back now. I was having a message saying that time the internet did die. I don't know if you heard me, but they're $9.40 each on their website.
Yeah, see, that's I guess that's cheap, but it's still a bit steep.
For a UV? I mean, if it has UV protection, that's cheap.
Yeah, but I don't think they even have an option without UV protection.
Yeah, they do. I mean, they sold other ones there that didn't list.
Aren't the other ones though like $10? Aren't they even more expensive?
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, see, the ones without UV are more expensive. So it's like, well, what's great?
I
mean, one thing you
hard pressed to find, unless you buy like in serious bulk, you're gonna be hard pressed to find a frame for less than $10. I mean, significantly less than $10.
Well, I mean, I could go to Walmart and get a frame a lot cheaper than that, probably like $6, but they don't have them that will perfectly fit a comic.
That's what I mean. Like, I'm talking about like a comic frame. Like you're gonna be hard pressed to find a comic frame for less than.
Well, I'm gonna try. I mean, I got a little while before I even get all the Ross variants in.
Yeah.
So
I'm not saying you can. I'm just saying you're gonna have to work at it to find them. So.
Also, with them, if you spend over $100, it ships for free, which matters a lot whenever you start buying heavy items like that.
Yeah.
But another thing you could do is, and I've done this before with pictures, mainly 11x17 prints and stuff that were signed, is buy top loaders.
Yeah, I've done that before.
And they get command strips. I use command strips with top loaders.
Yeah, I've thought about that. I've thought about top loaders and tacks as well.
But I've normally put command strips on there, and they've worked great.
Yeah, I might just buy like maybe 5 at a time or something to keep my costs down, and eventually have a whole wall of timeless variants.
I think you'll find that, if you're buying them from there, buying 11 will not be a whole lot more than buying 5 after shipping.
Because of the free shipping, yeah.
Well, yeah. What I mean is buy them multiple times to get everything.
Yeah.
Because I think if Bueller's video is right, I think there's like 32 Ross timeless variants in all.
Probably. There's a bunch of them.
32 or 28, I can't remember which one.
It's 30 something, I think 32. And then I got to also buy a frame, but this one I can do at Walmart on the cheap. I got to buy a frame for this Alex Ross poster I got because the frame I did have for it is too big. It's on the...
It's a little, not quite the right size.
Yeah. But at least it's flat now and I can actually see the thing.
There you go.
But yeah, so I need to buy a frame for that and a frame for these. And then I have pretty much everything else to finish out the room. I just gotta do it. I mean, you can see the long boxes that I bought.
Yeah, you got several long boxes. Why you bought long boxes?
And hey, those are cheap, by the way. Max Pro Supply.
Oh yeah, that's what my lower ones are Max Pro Supply.
Less than $5 a piece. They were less than $4.75 a piece.
Nice. Yeah, I'm gonna give. There's Jimmy. The next time I probably do send books off, I'm probably gonna. I've used DS a couple times, and not that I don't like DS, and he hasn't done good for me, but I'll probably send some books to Jimmy next time for cleaning and pressing, just to
Jimmy
spread it around the community a little bit.
Well, I'm waiting on that. He just asked the question. I highlight that. Yeah. That's my problem. Is I as far as I know, Jimmy does a great job, but I'm waiting on CGC to get my book back. So once I finally, they haven't been it.
I'm putting that back up there.
But Jimmy, they haven't even got it out of receiving yet. So I don't know when
they thought I was like 5'2" or something. Like 4'11". He thought I was like 4'11", and he's got me cast as Puck. So.
Oh crap! I just read that. That is amazing. Puck.
So the timeless variant set I bought was 32.
No.
Which is supposedly all the opened order variants.
Nice.
Yep. Yeah. There's supposed to be some 1 in 100s and some other stuff in there.
And the ball, yeah, well.
Yeah, who does play Guardian? Who plays Vindicator? And
Sasquatch.
Who is all the characters in this fan fiction of yours? You now have us all entertained. We must know. But anyway,
we're gonna have to use some tricky camera angles if I'm gonna be Puck.
Yeah,
it can be done. But
back to the ASM, Jimmy. I don't know if you heard me, but it hadn't been out of receiving yet. So at some point, I'll eventually have it, and then I can tell everyone how awesome you are, or how horrible you are, or however the great will tell me.
He's actually got that Alf I bought off of you. Well,
do what?
I sent that Alf I bought off of you to him. He's got it right now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's done pressing it. I don't know if he's got it in the mail yet or not, but
that was already pressed and cleaned. So if you get a bump, that will tell you right there how good he is. But if you don't, that's why. It's not his skills. It's that I had already had it pressed and cleaned.
Well, I thought it might be that way, but I also wanted to get it in the CGC and figured if I was sending it and it could get bumped up, 2.2 much for.
Just in case, Jimmy, I figured on that. So I have another one. Yeah, well, hopefully he can get you a bump out of it.
No.
if he can't, like I said, it's not anything with his skills. It's just because I had already done it.
Yeah.
So,
Well,
Oh,
I
no,
sent him a bunch of, I think
I mean,
7 other books. I think he did 8 altogether.
yeah. Well, it took him like 9 times to get that NYX up to a 9.8. So.
Yeah. Now, what's interesting is when you deal with something like the 361 I just showed.
Yeah.
It's graded at a 9.4, but the weird thing is at the bottom, it's
They all
got
have that.
printer pulls. You
They
see
all
that
have
on Carnage's knee?
Mm-hmm. Mine has that too. My 9.6 has that.
Those are the printer pulls. So the question is, would I be able to get this to a 9.6? I don't know if that would be worth the risk.
Mine has that, and it's a 9.6.
Because I do see some imperfections that could be pressed out, but I don't know how they'll do with the printer. Yeah, do you have it front and back?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
And
Yeah, I got it front and back too. So I'm curious as to if I should mess with this or not, because I don't know, 9.6, 9.8. Okay, 9.4 to 9.6. I don't know if you want to mess with that.
yeah.
But yeah, there are some pressable defects in this thing. I just don't know if it'd be worth the risk, especially when I have another one coming. I just don't know the grade.
I have 2. What Jimmy says that he's seen 9.8s with those little cutter marks. I think that's a pretty standard part of that book. So.
Yeah.
Well, that's actually, mine had that, and I kind of decided that I'd bring it down enough that it wouldn't grade any higher. So I may revisit.
Well, if that's the only thing you can see, then it may be best to leave it alone.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
then you
my
have a
9.6 has just a little bit on one of the corners so I was not surprised when it came back at 9.6. I was thinking it was probably going to be a 9.4, and I was
there's a small bend in the corner of that one that could be pressed out.
Oh, then I bet you can get that to a 9.6.
Yeah, but 9.4 to 9.6, is that worth it? I mean, 9.6 to 9.8, okay. I mean,
Maybe not right now, but that movie comes out, then.
And does well, but what if it does poorly? Then I lost my chance. So it's kind of a toss-up. Let me look at what that is right now.
I was going to say 9.6s, I think, are running around 200-ish, a little over right now.
Yeah, well, I can find out right here. Current data.
Oh. Very nice, John. Good luck, man. I hope you get it.
9.6 newsstand.
Oh, nice.
Oh, newsstand really helps out.
Yeah.
We're looking at 220 FMV for a 9.6. Last 3 sales were 384, 299, and 250.
Wow.
And just in case you're wondering, the 384 was a direct, not a newsstand.
Oh,
nice. But I think this one's already been through.
Hey, Patrick.
By looking at it.
Yeah.
So there you go. We went past 9 o'clock. We've been rambling. So
yeah.
Okay.
The 9.4 is like around 170. Last 3 sales were 152, 170, and 187. So it's going up, but still, that's like less than $50 difference. You got regrading, pressing cost. I don't think it'd be worth it right now for me to even try it.
There you go.
Well, Daymares, maybe 220 versus 500.
Yeah.
And the last 3 sales on that's 562, 694, and 590.
Yeah, but I don't see much wrong with it besides those.
And the 694 was a newsstand.
No.
There's a little bit.
Yeah.
It's about impossible to see, but it's got some just sort of lines through there.
Oh,
looks like it was pressed, but maybe not quite enough or something. Because looking at the back of it, I think it's already been pressed once.
Yeah.
So, maybe. Yo. Well, who knows with the direction, but okay.
Better keep
Religion politics coming up next.
Speaking of rambling, TJ, do I need to be on the lookout for? You never sent me any shipping information, or even not shipped yet. Out of curiosity, because I don't know. You said you were going to ship, so TJ supposedly has another book for me. I don't know if he ever shipped it or not yet. So
I see a line right down through there on it too.
Really?
So it may not have ever been pressed.
You're talking yourself into getting a CPR.
Yeah, I am.
He's working on it. He's working on it.
I need to wait till everything I've got is back before.
Yeah, I need to wait till this stuff comes back, and then I probably need to sell a couple things, and then I might actually be able to do something.
So here's my question, Damon. You said you sent Jimmy like 8 different things. You only mentioned one. What are some of the other stuff that you sent him?
There was some of the Thor #1s, the Jane Foster, just the normal one, and then the 1 in 25 and the 1 in 50. Man Frog 1 and 2.
Nice.
What else was there? Oh, it was a Aspen Comics customer appreciation book that had a bunch of Turner's art in it. That was numbered 125, not 125, 250. So there's only 250 of them.
Very cool.
And it, I think, probably could have went in without a press, but I thought if I was sending stuff to Jimmy, I might as well send it in too.
Yeah, that's kind of at this point, my attitude is if I'm sending something, most likely I'm going to get it pressed, just because it's like if I'm taking the time to send it, I might as well just make.
The only time I would tell someone not to press a book that they send in is if they think it's so good that they could do a 9.8 on it. And just send it in, or they don't care what it grades at. They just want it encapsulated.
Yeah.
And then I forgot what else was on there.
Wait, what? 2 boxes. You didn't say anything about 2.
Dun dun dun.
TJ, you do too much.
Hey, he's gonna cut you down to size.
Oh, see, I should have kept my mouth shut. I shouldn't have asked. 2 boxes.
It's always fun to see you squirm.
I know.
Yeah.
That's why you guys do it. I know that because I'm like, yeah.
Maybe that's why everyone thinks you're shorter than what you actually are. It's because you squirm so much. You're like in more fetal position.
They're rocking. Probably because I just need to set up straight, and like people would think potentially that I'm taller, but then I have to raise my leg a little bit. Actually, sit up in my chair and not like slouch way back here, like just asking again. And no, I need to keep my mouth shut. That.
That's right. The Legend of Zelda. Yes, Legend of Zelda 1. It was.
Oh, nice. Very cool.
It was a 9.4, but it looked like it could use a press, but also the case had some issues, and some of the case had broke and slid down and left an indention in it that didn't go through the plastic that I figured the press would fix.
Hey, man.
Damn.
TJ, this should count. This is close enough. This should count. This is close enough.
All I can say is I'm glad I'm not a son.
Or you're sad.
I'm going to get it one of these days. I'm going to find the right thing. You're going to get.
See, I try to keep it where nobody knows.
It's okay. I'll figure out a way. I'll find a path somehow, some way.
So one thing that I miss about no conventions is this is still blank.
Yeah.
It's my comic folio, the white ones that you can get art on.
Yeah.
I'm still only got 2 pieces.
Bobo.
Oh, those are nice pieces, though.
Yeah, this Lobo, Keith Giffen,
Oh,
Power
nice.
Girl, Joe Staten.
I've never seen one of those that you could actually like get art on. That's
Yeah,
cool.
you just order one of the white ones from BCW. See, I got 2 more big pieces I could get. Then there's
Yeah.
all the connecting parts. You know,
Oh,
I
yeah, you can get little
something
stuff.
out with the flap, and I just haven't been to any more cons recently where I wanted to spend money on a sketch. So
Yeah. I was super disappointed. There was supposed to be a mini con coming up, and they ended up postponing it all the way till next summer.
Did
So-
that one that was going to be?
That Fountain City
Limited.
one?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think we talked about it. There's going to be only letting in so many people at a time, and
Yeah, and I'm sure, like, because they sent on the thing and they were asking for feedback, what the approach they were going to take, and I'm sure a lot of people answered like I did, which was I told them if it was only going to be 45 minutes, I had to drive an hour. It's like I'm probably not coming if I only get a 45-minute shift. You don't even have time to walk around in 45 minutes.
yeah,
no. Well, I mean, there was. To me, it'd be a lot better to do it, like an hour and 45 minute.
Yeah,
well, now
that's what I was thinking, but
we had a convention in the middle of it in July here, and you can have pandemic conventions. Okay, you just got to be smart about it.
Yeah.
They doubled their space, but they didn't double tickets or vendors or anything else. So everything was spread out. They had extra wide aisles so you could do the distance thing. Sanitizing stations were put up randomly throughout the whole floor, and everyone was required to wear a mask. And we had a great time. The vendors loved it. Everybody was getting deals. I got a stack of Silver Age FF that I bought for like under $10 a piece. They're already all sold.
Yeah, I remember whenever you came back with those.
Yeah. So you can do it. You just got to be willing to,
Well, and I think it also depends on what municipality you're in and what the rules are. And I think that was why that was part of the cleaning thing.
Missouri has some interesting laws on it.
This was on the Kansas side.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but anyway.
all I'm saying is I'm glad I live in my state.
I'm gonna make TJ angry, but I'm going to call it right here because I got to be at work in the morning. And I'm going to if I make him angry, he'll try to send me another book. So what have I got?
He's sent another message that you need to make sure and read.
Oh, okay. Okay, hang on.
Or it might make him angry.
What? Oh my.
Oh, he's giving you a name. You're the Fellowship of the Dragon.
Fellowship of the Dragon. Holy moly.
Nice.
Well, I'm gonna because you won't come on with me. Whenever you do ship these books, I'm gonna send the link to all of them.
How many are you? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ooh, there's 7 of you. Okay.
And there's actually a couple others that have gotten.
Well, I was going to say you need to get another son in on this, TJ. That way they can invite you, and you could be at the top of the tree. Everyone else is underneath you.
Oh, he won't come on with us when we open stuff. So we have to go on and support each other because he won't come on with us. He'll come on with other guys, but he will not come on when he ships us something. So
why not? I would love to see that.
He won't do it. I tried to get him the last time. He wouldn't come on. I tried to get him this time. He wouldn't come on. He's supposed to come on, though, when I have my CGC unboxing when this stuff comes back. So hopefully we'll see. Because I haven't had him on the channel for a while. I'm going to get him back on.
I've actually never had him on my channel.
I've never had anybody on my channel.
You've never had a live stream on your channel.
Oh, yeah. There's that.
Hey, Dennis.
I thought about doing like a mega grading company stream or something and have a few different people on there, including TJ. I just never have done it yet.
No.
Actually, my last one was a live stream. Of course, I gave no warning and just did it because
And then
I mean,
you were on for like 2 minutes or something. It was
it was like 10, 15.
Was it really?
It's my longest
thought it
video
was
by
faster
far.
than that. I didn't think you made it 10 minutes.
Yeah, it was opening up stuff.
I know, but I still didn't think you made it 10 minutes.
I think I made it 10 minutes. It was pretty fast.
It was very fast. All right.
Everything I do is fast.
All right.
Never mind. There was a joke there, but I'm going to leave it.
I want to thank Big Will, Daymers for hanging out with me. Coming up, Daymers, you got anything coming up on your channel that you're going to do? No. Big Will, what, you got something tomorrow?
Auction tomorrow, 7 p.m. Central, 8 Eastern. Me, Who Dat, Discovery Bay.
Nice. Disco. Disco. So, all right. Tuesday will be the next time I'm back. We'll be talking Descender Volumes 2 and 3 with John, No Good Comics, Comic Man Andy, and maybe White Whale. We'll see if Alec's going to join us for sure or not. And then Wednesday, tentatively, I'm supposed to be on Comic Books NYC, Kavi's channel. We're going to, for an original art hour. And then a week from Thursday, I have some other stuff between then and now, but will be the next indie show on November 5th. We are doing V for Vendetta with Big Will, Jimmy, the Geek Aficionado, and Seawood. We're going to be talking. Remember the 5th of November. So we're doing that on the 5th of November. So, yeah. So those are some stuff I got coming up. So, all right, everybody. I want to say thank you. Thank you, TJ, in advance. Good grief. And thank everybody else that hung out with us for 2 hours of rambling about whatever. So, and if you haven't watched it, go watch The Last Con on Bear Island Comics. And if you have watched it, make sure you hit that thumbs up button and go watch it again. So there you go. So, all right. Later, everybody.